ever seen this play on action. So it's gonna be fun stuff to watch in as well.
Now, I do believe that Portal Esports is from a Middle Eastern region. And really, what is going to be more interesting is going to be witnessing this gameplay coming in from these players. What a wrath of a gameplay coming in from these guys as they are absolutely dominating. Well, here we are, pushing in through. The players are making the damage and the impact. But who is going to be coming out on top? Well, it's going to be a 1v3 coming in for the players of Samurai Esports. Well, Wimp now with a frenzy in hand should have the opportunity to push in through, but yet he just has very little time. And there it is. He knows very well who is holding around, but perfect head tap, and that's going to be it. Portal Esports, shooter, beautiful shot, and well.
Portal Esports, a quick wrap up of a round. Let's have a quick replay of how the round went. Blackhawk holding very patiently, messes up Jet Storax, but Storax will make sure to come back and feed for Blackhawk. On the other hand, will make sure not to make that mistake. Now the game off.
This map out of Ascent, that is a real question that we've all been waiting to hear about. Now, of course, the 0-2 scoreline looking good, but the quick push coming in, and Samurai Esports now having to resort to such amazing pushes, and that's the damage that I was looking for. The amazing impact being made by them as well, just in the nick of time. There's no way that the spike can even get planted now, but SMH is actually going to go and stick it.
Well, the spike has been planted, and the retake was about to be played as well. But before I can even see that, the quick shutdown of players happening. But everyone is quite aware of the position of Pokemon, who will be standing towards long, will be eventually taken down by Omen, as he will be getting the last kill, and well as the first win towards the side of Team Samurai Esports. 1-2 scoreline looking quite good. And the third round going on to the free fall towards Samurai Esports. Let's have a quick look at what exactly happened over there.
So much of damage being done by just Killjoy's utility. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? She does insane amounts of damage, and she still succeeds through without any problem whatsoever.
Placing swamp grenade.
Well, as
we will be walking on to the next round with a score difference of 1-2. It is already looking very better for Portal Esports, but is it good enough for them? As I don't think they have enough of guns to walk around with.
well, guns or not, they still are going to be in a dire situation until and unless certain things are changed around. SM8, his position will get spotted out in towards the B main area, while the spike has been dropped in there as well. They are planning to go in for a more steady-ish push, I believe, in towards the B main area, but they don't necessarily want to, what's the right word for it? They don't necessarily want to commit to anything just yet. With 1 minute down on the clock, they're going to have to push in any minute now. But really, SM8, he's still lurking in towards B mains, whereas the rest of the players of Portal Esports are deciding to go in towards the mid area. And look at Sai, he's slowly peeking in through. Will be spotting one player, but he's gonna quickly just do a little bit of damage and fall back off of that. And oh, shooter peeking in the wrong timing might have just cost him a very, very unfortunate round. But there it is, the quick damage as well as the perfect intent right now for these players, as Sai is going to make his way through the smokes and is going to keep a close eye in towards middle area. Now the damage should be coming into the favor, but SM8 trying to nullify the scoreline. It's going to actually go and try to get this spike planted as well. And now look at this Storax. He has to hit his shots perfectly as he has an operator, and if he even makes a single mistake here, he's going to get caught off guard, and that's exactly the mistake I was expecting. But nonetheless, still there's so much of time to work with, and the ultimate goes on the board as well. Now this is a totally favorable position for Team Portal Esports. For Team Samurai Esports, but really SM8 is now going to get caught off guard, and both the players are just detained. Well, there's really nothing he can do in this situation.
Exactly, as one more round will be going on towards the favor of Samurai Esports. 2-2 score, balancing out the score difference between them. A very good try that came in from both the teams. somehow getting needed advantage, not the loss. But yes, a little bit of damage to the economy will be done. But is it good enough to stop their case? That will be the real question over here, since I don't think Team Samurai, I mean Portal Esports has any economy to work around with, as they will be going in with the Sheriff bikes on their hands. Sheriff and Spectre bikes will be onto their hands as well.
Well, some amazing teams going head to head, and they're gonna have to deal with the wrath of these teams going up against each other. But really, look at this. Blackhawk spotting the players up in towards top mid. The positioning being revealed as well. It has to work out into the favor of these players, but look at Rexy. He's gotten the first kill in the round, and SM8 is going to have no other option other than to succumb to his death, whereas Rexy on the other side has pushed up all the way in towards B main. So really, it should be a pretty easy breezy plan for them, but nothing can be done anytime soon as the players are waiting and steadily approaching in towards the middle area. Portal Esports now looking for answers and hoping to catch somebody or even try to get a man advantage or nullify the man advantage for the team. But look at this, Harsh. He's going to completely blind out anybody coming in through towards shot, and any sort of an intel that was supposed to go into the favor of Portal Esports, well, it's going to get snatched right away. Asai is going to get yet again another shot with Blackhawk coming right behind him. Now look at the damage being done. There's no way you can escape that, and it's going to be a quick done and dusted round for Samurai Esports.
3-2 scoreline difference. A very good try coming in from Portal Esports. Somehow they managed to get the round on their behalf, but was just not good enough. Even though their spread was not at all towards the supportive, as the defenders were all over the map. And the turret doing a lot of damage is just not okay. Now, Killjoy's utilities, we can talk all day about it and how unpredictable they are, because you just think that like, even if Killjoy being physically not present exactly to get the frags, but the utilities is good enough to stand in for the master, as they can do hefty amount of damage for the team. Not to forget that both the team doesn't have any healer on the team, so it's going to be a little bit of problematic to recover from damage.
The recovery has to be perfect, but look at Sai nearly missing and nearly escaping his death. While he is down to 10 HP, he's still trying his level best to connect his shots. He will get tagged up as well by the dart. And well, he's gonna have to go all the way back towards backside. But look at this, the utility, the Hunter's Fury coming out a little too late, but it's still gonna do the damage. And well, the damage is all they really need as the spike gets planted.
Well, better late than never, as his ult will finally shut down Sai, who was stuck towards the back of Sai on the boathouse. The operator will be down from the defender side, so all that's left is the rifles to walk around with. Two players stuck towards the market side will be taken down by Storax with a beautiful headshot on Wimp 23. Now 1v3 situation, I mean 1v4 situation, not really doable, as Harsh will be falling back and saving the Phantom for the next round, and quite a wise decision coming in as well. 4v1, not really doable. I mean, unless there's some sort of miracle that might be happening, but Storax will not take rest unless he finds it. But Harsh, on return, will be shutting him down as well. But look at the position of the other three players. They don't really have time to hunt him down, but Harsh will be happily saving up the Phantom for the team for the next round.
I mean, that's the plan, right? He has to go and get that plan. He has to go and get that save, because unless he doesn't, it's going to be a nightmare.
Nightmare indeed, which is going to be another score equalization coming in from both the teams yet again. With 4 ults to work on the defender side and 1 ult to work on the attacking side, this looks very much doable on the defense side. So we can expect a score of 4-3 right now.
Well, Sai, irrespective of whether this man is bleeding out to death, he's still going to manage to get the kills down out onto the board. He will be getting the first kill in the round and will be setting the pace and the tone of the round. Good stuff coming in for him, but still the man advantage favoring towards Samurai Esports. Portal Esports have a long way to go ahead to even nullify, but there it is, the showstopper being utilized by Rexy, and he will spot one and will try to get him out, but actually it doesn't. Surprisingly, it does no damage at all. And well, Rexy now using his showstopper might have just been a mistake, as Gunnar will now nullify and bring the man advantage for his team. 52 seconds on the clock, and Gunnar has actually teleported all the way back towards the bomb site, and 2v3 coming in for these players of Team Samurai Esports. Still though, Pokemon will get the site control and will get the spike planted.
Well, the spike planted as well as 2 players will be stuck towards CT and the market side. They know the position of the players, as the ultimate of the Omen was quite obvious that he'll be going to the back of the side. Harsh getting the first beautiful kill over Shooter 2K's head. Gonna nullify the man advantage. It's gonna be 2v2 as both the team knows the position, but Pokemon will be hitting a shot through the boxes and Gunnar through the smoke. Beautiful round coming in towards the side of Team Portal Esports. Now that is what I did not expect, especially when all the ult was right there ready. Didn't really quite use it for the team as well. So it's gonna be an easy win for Team Portal Esports.
Portal Esports looking good right now as they try to bring in the round advantage by only 1 though, and still a very long way to go. And I think that if they take this one step at a time, they can totally make this work out in their favor. But looks like the B execution is going to be the plan that is running in their mind. If all of them get spotted, merely a mistake being made by them to not shoot out the dart in the nick of time. Nonetheless, it should be a quick rotation coming in from them, while there's also a player sitting all the way in defender side in spawn, and Harsh is going to get the first kill. Is going in for the second, but Gunnar is going to get the instant trades. Now with a 4v4 coming in for the players of Team Portal Esports, spotting out whoever possible. They're still going to go in for the commitment towards B bomb site, and really at this point they have no other option. 58 seconds to work with. They can try to get the mid control and head on over towards A, but at this point, just go in with a quick push towards B. It's the best you can do. And well, there it is. They're going to try to get the switch down as well. Perfect push and perfect execution. This is actually looking pretty good. But here we are, Portal Esports now with the man advantage as the players rotate on over. And with 35 seconds to work with, the spike will get planted.
The spike will get planted, and here Blackhawk will be using his Hunter's Fury, tagging 1 player already with a very low HP to work on with Sai with the operator in hand. On the other hand, Blackhawk with the Phantom. It's gonna be really tough, but look at the position of Reina. He's just holding on long, just hoping that someone will be there, but I guess he should get the call that both the team and both the players of the opponent will be sitting somewhere on the market. And Sai getting the first kill, but Gunnar getting 4 kills on board will be shutting down the round and also getting another round win towards the team of Portal Esports. 5-3 scoreline, looking very good already as they are getting closer to the victory of the map 1 of Ascent.
Well, of course, this is looking pretty interesting right now for the players of Team Portal Esports. But let's see who is going to be winning out this match on the map of Ascent. What are your predictions on this one, guys?
Well, so far, Portal Esports looks so good. And like I said, Portal Esports is the only team right now I know. But not to forget the gameplay that is coming in from Team Samurai Esports, like Sai. Oh my god, like I did not see that flick coming in, but that reaction time is just still good for Team Samurai Esports to get the man advantage on the board already.
Well, to get that man advantage, they work their hardest and they pull through the strings to make things work out for themselves. Now, Portal Esports up by 2 rounds. Samurai Esports, on the other hand, lacking behind just a little bit. Rexy in towards deep CT. Now, the players of Portal Esports are deciding to go in towards B mains, but surprisingly, they actually decide to go in for the peak towards the recon dart. And well, there it is. Shooter pushing in very aggressively in towards the site. He should be able to get a kill for himself, but he has to be so on point that even a single mistake can cost his life, and that's the cost stage that I did not expect to happen anytime soon. Pokemon getting the instant trade, and now he's in a 1v3. Spike plant, totally not possible in this situation. Well, amazing round coming in for Team Portal Esports, but Samurai Esports take this one in the bag and they somehow manage to make ends meet.
Exactly. One more round going on towards the favor of Samurai Esports, trying to somehow close the gap between the score difference between Portal Esports as well as their own team, Samurai Esports. With a score difference of 4-5, looking quite good. But on the opposite side, if you look at Portal Esports, 2 ults are already ready. So Jet and Sova, if they try to make a play together, you know they can destroy the defense mechanism that is coming in from Team Samurai Esports already.
Of course, and I mean, that's a total possibility, right? It can happen and it can work out in your favor, but right now, for the moment, we are going to be seeing some interesting stuff coming out onto the board. With 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock, there are 2 ultimates, but really, the ultimates are going to be of no use currently, as they don't necessarily have a game plan in mind yet. Now, have you noticed one thing, Jelly? Portal Esports love their B executions.
Of course, they do love their B execution, because right now you can see how they have gathered up towards B side, leaving mid completely open, but Reyes being the only person holding it quite in a weird way from CT side. I don't see this type of play coming in anywhere. But Sova is the only person who is sticking on to the B side. There is a possibility of taking over, and looks like that is what's going to happen as the rush will be executed towards B side. A quick execution, and also the side being overtaken completely. Rexy getting the first kill, and I mean not the first kill, the second kill, is trying to nullify the man advantage gathered up by Team Samurai Esports.
Well, 4-5 scoreline, and still the retake has to come underway any minute now. But Portal Esports, with all their 4 players alive, as well as 2 ultimates to work with, well, never mind, I spoke too soon. Scratch that out instantly, as Sai will be getting a nice little kill down onto the players of Portal Esports. And there it is, the ultimate being used as well in the nick of time. There is no other option other than pushing it through, but Sai missing that shot might have just cost them the round, and the lockdown has been destroyed as well. Perfect lineup, and there should be a lineup possible, but unfortunately Pokemon has no possible way of making it through, and then it's going to be going over to Samurai Esports. Good round coming in for them.
Not really sure what sort of a plan that was, because that was completely not in favor for Sova. I did expect to see some sort of lineups that will come up. The shock dust will shut down the diffuser on successfully diffusing it, but unfortunately Pokemon, something happened that he did not get the chance to do it yet. 10 kills on board already. Pokemon sitting quite enjoying on the top of the scoreboard and on the top of the server as well, with the notification of the score advantage coming in from both the team. 5-5, looking quite good for both the team.
I mean, this sort of a performance right now coming in from these guys, it's so impressive. But, of course, towards the end of the day, we will be seeing even more impressive performances all across the board. Now, here we are. Storax pushing in through towards Tree. This player is being spotted out, and a perfect knife, but oh no! How did that even miss?
Oh, no.
Okay, then I guess certain shots just never connect, and it's going to be Shooters 2K trying to nullify the scoreline, as Rexy will be landing a beautiful shot across the board. Sai managing to get some kills right through the smoke without any problem whatsoever. Portal Esports now in a dire situation with the spike dropped as well. They have to recover this, but what is the plan to even try and recovering it?
Well, the spike is indeed dropping the shot, and there is just no way other than Cypher that can be the only person to pick it up. But look at Sai's position. He knows exactly where to hold his peek at. He does spot, but Pokemon is just too good and will be shutting down Sai through the smoke. Very nice shot coming in from Pokemon, as he will be getting the spike for Cypher as well. The spike should be getting planted any moment, but Blackhawk standing on the side. Quite gonna be impossible. He's gonna get the first kill over Pokemon. He knows the position of the last guy and will be taking him down. SMA getting shut down by Blackhawk. Another round going on to the favor of Samurai Esports. 6-8. I mean 6-5 score difference. It's quite doable. You can still manage to close the gap between both the teams.
I mean, of course, but what impressive stuff coming in from these guys. I mean, really, you do not expect, I mean, sometimes you really don't expect, right, for the players to pop in that way, but somehow it just works out in their favor and they perform beautifully. Now, of course, we have 2 more maps right after this. So on Ascent, being such a close scoreline, Well, what else can we expect other than beautiful performance? And look at Blackhawk. He's going to have to immediately go in towards a different area as he shuts down not only one, has the opportunity for the second, but pulls out the utility in the wrong time. And is going to manage on getting 3 beautiful kills. And that's the way that Blackhawk rolls things out. Portal Esports now having the opportunity, but look at that. What just happened?
Oh, that was so unfortunate as he was just standing over there quite awkwardly with a score difference of 5 to 7. A respectable score difference, in my opinion. 5 to 7 is not really a bad, but it could have been better if the score difference was equalized. But look at Blackhawk's frags coming in over there as he will not just get 1, but I guess 2 huge kills for the teammate over there, trying to nullify as much of man advantage as possible and also getting the team advantage. A round advantage towards them. Going towards the attacking side, is it gonna be possible for them? The same momentum that they have carried on towards the defensive side, can they carry it on the attacking side? It's gonna be a really hard question to answer. But if it does work out for them, it's gonna be a very done and dusted round for Samurai Esports.
Well, to be very honest, we don't know what's going to be happening in this intense game, but now it's going to be a role reversal. And so now we get to see Samurai Esports on the attacking side, where Sai now pushing in through will be getting the first kill. Actually, no, it's going to be his comrade getting the first kill. But still, hefty amounts of damage being done by him as Portal Esports are now having to deal with a man disadvantage. Now, if you can take a look at the players, Sai as well as Wimp, they're both so low on the HP that a single shot can make or break the round, but that is what I was talking about. Now, the man advantage actually favoring Portal Esports, and what is going on? Sai has the opportunity, whiffing his shots initially, but will connect them finally. Now in a 1v3 on just 40 HP to work with. The spike has been dropped. He's going to try to push in through, but he's just hoping to tap and get a lucky tap through the smoke, being very careful with every single angle, and oh, the frenzy spray. So lethal in close ranges. Oh, well, that will be spotting him out, but still, nonetheless, he has the opportunity, checks every angle possible, is going to completely smoke it off, and that's just, you can't get through that. There's no way.
Exactly, there's not going to be anywhere, especially when you just drop the spike towards the tree, and 3 players just going to keep their eyes peeled at the place. Well, if you look at the quick replay, the side is whiffing certain shots in the first few bursts, but initially connecting it, but it's not going to be useful as he will be taken down with 3 players staring down right at him, trying to nullify the score difference between both the team. 6 to 7 the score line. If you look at the scorecard real quick, the guns will be going on towards the favor of Team Portal Esports, so they have the opportunity to hold quite better with the Ares by coming in. Might be a little bit brutal as it has already been into play. I don't really think it can penetrate the wall that Sova is trying to do.
Doesn't seem like the best option for the current situation, but look at Sai. He's trying to push in through. Will do a little bit of damage, but not enough as he just has a classic in hand. And Storax, very quick on the trigger finger, will be getting instant trades, a flurry of trades, in fact, coming out onto the board here, as it's going to be a 2v5 coming in for the players of Team Samurai Esports. No. Rexy now.
Stuck over there.
Oh no. Okay then, the damage is done, and so is the usefulness of Rexy, but he's tapping away, and it's going to be SM8 closing things out. Great stuff coming in for Team Portal Esports.
Great stuff, indeed, as we did see how Sova getting stuck, cornered out by peeking. If you look at the quick replay over there, look at where Sova getting stuck towards A main side, getting pushed by Arena and Omen. Such an unfortunate death happening towards them with just a classic to walk around, but third round of the second half, this is where the rifles will come into play. Not just the rifle, but if you look at this quick scorecard, the Bucky will be coming into play as well. Not to forget that Pokemon sitting with the Ares will try to get the mid control all by himself.
Well, of course, this is going to be a very interesting set of matchups, but who's necessarily going to be pushing this one through? That's the real question. Now the players in towards mid. Storax getting the first kill down onto Rexy. It is going to be Storax with an interesting buy, a Bucky. Usually people would go in for that on an eco, but this time it's going to be Storax shining in through with a Bucky in hand. 64 HP, the one-on-one fight right now. Jet was a Jet. Tapping heads away, and it's going to be Gunner coming to the rescue. A white swing not going to work out in his favor whatsoever. But Tapping heads away. It is going to be Pokemon quick on the trigger finger. Now a 2v4 coming in for the players of Samurai Esports. Well, Samurai Esports, they are still trying to manage and pick up the pieces that has fallen out to the ground. They are going to recover the spike and immediately go in towards the other area. Trying to get that intel, trying to get that control of mid-market is going to be very important. But necessarily, what is the best method to get that done? Now here we are. Blackhawk spots one, spots the second, but the timing of that was rather unfortunate, as Harsh will now be very careful as to where exactly he wants to step a foot. Now 1v2, and now with him just being all alone, he will recover the spike. No ultimate to work with, so he can't necessarily just hop on over to any bomb site. And well, he's gonna probably try to save this one out.
Oh no! Oh, that was so much nail-biting moment over there. I just thought that probably Omen can get that, but no ultimate. Like you said, no ultimate to work on. He doesn't really have any chance against the Rat of both of these scores, as they will be going on with a score difference of 8-7. Not too much, but the head-to-head combat is still there. And we can see that a quick A execution is going to operate right now. Now, if for some reason, I mean, like, I don't really see any ultimate is there to work on. But on the other hand, if you look at Portal Esports, Jet is the only one sitting with the ultimate really on, and he's gonna play from a short. So if he wants, he can shut down the incoming rush if he has amazing aim. But he's just gonna leave away shot open. But Reina will be spotting the push coming in, and he will be shutting down Wimp 23. But is it enough? Because Sai knows the position of shooter.
Well,
that's so unfortunate.
Okay, then.
That happened so fast.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't even get a chance to understand what happened before it actually happened.
Exactly, a very quick wrap-up round that happened in the last moment. 7-9 scoreline. Another round going on to the favor of Team Portal Esports. Four flawless wins towards them is actually what is interesting. But coming in with a operator buy on the attacker side, now that's something I really love. I really don't like to see, because it completely limits your movement, besides trying to probably prove the otherwise of the streetman, as he will be going aggressive. Doesn't really know the gunner's position is there. Will be spotting him but missing the shot. Will be a little bit of fatal mistake that is coming in, but SMA will be staying on the camp. We'll have every information, but look at the presence of the attackers all over the map. They're all over the map.
The players being present all over the map, and somehow going to be Wimp managing to get the kill down onto Storex. Now, the nullification of the man advantage has come into the play here, but now how exactly is this nullification going to work out into their favor? 4v4. Blackhawk getting the deep CT control as well as the intel. It's perfect, but now he has to make sure that every single shot and every single attempt they have towards getting a bomb site has to connect. And there it is, Harsh doing exactly what I said, connecting the shots, connecting the inevitable. Now there it is, a quick push should be coming out in towards the B bomb site while they are waiting for the players to flush out. It's going to be SMA pushing into the lockdown, unfortunately.
Well, I don't really know if it's gonna work out, but sadly the lockdown will not detain any single one, as the spike will be planted with 4-2. I mean, like 4 versus 2. It is doable, as all the players are on the pink of the health and be getting the retake is quite possible, but can they do it? Because looks like that they will be retreating back, not actually risking it, going in for a save, as they have operator on their hands. A really smart decision coming in, as two players gonna just save it all for the next round.
I mean, they
a
have
really
to.
good try coming in as well.
Yeah. I mean, necessarily they are going to have to go in for the saves, otherwise it's going to be a huge problem when they want to have the money or the economy, as we like to call it, for the future rounds in terms of utility as well as weaponry. So of course this is going to be very important for them to save it up and buy in and invest into other things.
Exactly, as they do have, I believe they have enough amount of money to work around, as both the jets will be sitting with an operator. So one jet and this defender and one of the attacker. So it's a jet versus jet gameplay that we might be seeing over here. It's a quick execution. So Storax might be meeting Sai, who will be peeking the same angle. So it's a fight between which jet gets the first kill. It's gotta be interesting, but the drone will be coming in just to be sure as well.
Oh, well, Sai should have a peek in towards it, but now spotting the jet, he is going to miss his shot as well, and that's going to be rather unfortunate. Storax, though, will be trying to get a better positioning in towards that area as Storax has to fall off immediately. 8-9 scoreline, not looking the best, but there has been better situations for Samurai Esports to capitalize on. Of course, this is going to be a long-running game, and we all knew that, ladies and gentlemen. With two amazing teams going head-to-head, of course, that's bound to happen. Now, looking at Wimp, he's waiting patiently for the push. He's waiting and hoping for something to work out in his favor. But is this push going to be worthwhile for Samurai Esports as they're pushing in through? Gunner now will be getting spotted out, but still nobody pays attention to him whatsoever, and the flash that is going to be blinding everybody just like a bat. Well, the push is going to be good, and what's even better is the aim that is being put to use by the players of Team Portal Esports.
Oh, there's still a chance to get him through the wall bang, but Blackhawk will be getting shut down by Estimate. As they were getting side cover, but Kana with a beautiful one tap on the head of Wim 23 will just close the round. 8-10 scoreline, looking so much good for Team Portal Esports, as they have so much less to worry about. On the other hand, Team Samurai Esports does need to come up with certain sort of strategy to break up the momentum, not just breaking it up, but as well as picking it up as well on their favor in order to win against Team Portal Esports on the first map of Ascent.
Well, it is truly going to be an interesting sight to witness, as we are going to be watching the players go head to head. Still though, Portal Esports having the advantage of 2 rounds, they're still going to be trying to lead and go up ahead. Sai, on the other hand, trying his level best to connect his shots, but unfortunately they have not been able to find the early on success that they were hoping to find. Now as the players are pushing in towards short, Sai making the first point of contact in towards the short area. Storax will be spotting one and will be taking him out of the server, whereas the opportunity is there for the second. He's going to actually be pushing in through the smoke, and well, he will also get caught off guard. Perfect kills coming in for Storax, as the trades coming in from Hush is even better. Still though, the 4v3 clutch situation right now for Storax. Oh, a little bit too close for comfort there, but it still should be a quick push coming in from these players, as it's going to be Storax trying to push in through, and that might just have cost them the round.
That might cost them the round as well, because from 3v3, making that move with the stunt is not quite okay, but Shooter 2K will redeem it. And it's gonna be 2v2 narrowed down, as Blackhawk will be getting the kill on SM8, narrowing it down to 2v1 as well. Both the players on long. Quite unfortunate for Shooter 2K, did not really expect it. Anyone to be holding at the same place as well. Gonna cost them around. 10-9 scoreline difference, looking very much doable for Samurai Esports, and they still have the hope, and so do we have the hope that Samurai Esports can make the comeback as well.
Well, Samurai Esports can make the comeback, but necessarily we are going to be seeing some, I think it's safe to say that Samurai Esports right now have a long road ahead to even try to make that comeback possible. But once they do, well, it is going to be pretty interesting stuff. Well, of course, we can't forget the fact that Blackhawk is going to be getting that shot controlled really quickly, while Team Samurai Esports are trying to make their way in through. They're going to have to make it just in the nick of time, while there's going to be 2 players positioned in towards the side. Storax keeping a close eye into his tree, will be getting a nice shot down onto Hush. Now the smokes have been taken out of the server, but instead it's going to be a very amount of frags coming out onto the board here. Now with a man disadvantage, no man advantage surprisingly, coming in for either of the teams.
Well, a beautiful push came in from Sai all the way to his garden to Heaven, getting the Heaven control, shutting down the offer. But Pokemon will be taking down the lockdown, but Blackhawk will be shutting will be shutting down instead. I mean, Blackdown will shut down Pokemon instead.
Oh.
Situation. But look at the kill that came in from side. The lineup was just so good. This guy has went all the way towards the garden, getting 2 easiest kill of his life, and then another 2 kills, 4 kills on the board for Sai, and also nullifying the score advantage coming in from both the team. 10-10 scoreline, looking already good as both the team is giving head-to-head combat. Oh, that replay is just too good as we saw Sai taking down the heads of 2 players, getting another victory towards their own team.
Well, of course, this is very, very important to look at, but look at the utility being used as well on the other side of the map. The Hunter's Fury being used, but no damage is being done just yet. Blackhawk reading up the utility. Now, of course, they are down a man, but still, it is the opportunity right now for Samurai Esports to try and nullify the man advantage and to pick up the pace, because that is what's truly important. Now with the score lines being equalized to 10-10, who is going to be winning this one out? That's the real question. Rexy now getting market control, being very cautious, surprisingly. Look at that nade. It's going to completely make sure nobody's positioned in towards that area. An anti-flash coming in at the same time. But there it is. Gunner pushing things through, and well, it should be a train of frags coming in as well, but this is going to be a tough one to handle. Well, now the spike has the opportunity of getting planted, but with very little time, the player being positioned in towards back of site as well. A 2v2 coming in. Wimp spotting one out, but SMA so quick on the trigger finger. Now it's all going to be down to Hush with 24 HP to work with.
I guess it is safe to say that Portal Esports did manage to secure the round, because 24 HP to walk around with, it's gonna be a real miracle. He has to perform a miracle in order to shut down 2 players. What think of a hell when that knife pull out will just not be with the timing of Hush, as he will be taken down by Shooter 2K with a beautiful headshot at the end. One more round going on to the favor of Portal Esports. 11-10, looking not too bad, not too good either. But the economy damage for Team Samurai Esports, yes, that is into shambles, as they don't really have a lot of economy to walk around with. Rexy will be going on with a Bulldog buy, but the others does have, I mean, Wim23 does have the credits to walk around, as he will be getting himself a Phantom. But Sai, on the other hand, will be sticking with the Frenzy in his hand.
Nonetheless, Blackhawk pushing in through, will be doing a good recon to clear out the entire low mid area, as he also gets the intel for B mains. Very good utility usage as always, but now Rexy will be caught off guard, and some very interesting shot cards coming out in mid as well. Now, well, the push should be coming in pursued, while Rexy is going to get blinded as a bat. Somehow Gunner is going to try his level best, but look at that amazing reveal coming in from Pokemon. He's going to be taking, yet again, so many players out of the server that now it's going to be Portal Esports in just such dire situations. But crash that, we'll be seeing a completely sort of a different gameplay now. Blackhawk is going to get the spike planted as well, just in the nick of time.
Spike will be getting planted. 3v3 situation. Retake is quite possible if only they do execute it properly. But for some reason, all of them going on and accumulating over CT side will be a little bit of problematic, but somehow dodging that attack. Woman will take at least a little bit of damage from Sova's ult, but that is not enough. Look at the position of the retake. The afterclaw situation, Hush, Wim23 and Blackhawk each getting kill on each of the player, shutting down the round with the equalization of the score. Really good stuff coming in from Samurai Esports and Portal Esports.
Well, Samurai Esports right now not looking too good, but they still have managed to nullify the scoreline, and especially given the fact that this might actually be a play coming in from Portal Esports for an overtime win. Look at that. Look at the economy, Jelly. It's in shambles right now.
It's in shambles indeed, and there's a very less hope that they might be winning this round. So it's gonna be a fight for the overtime, or you know the winner is already Team Samurai Esports.
Yeah. Well, of course, the eco round hits them in the worst of timings, while Samurai Esports will have the opportunity to push things through We still have a long way to go for the match, and this might as well go into an overtime as well. You never know what can happen whereas it is going to be Wimp getting the first kill in the round, whereas he has the opportunity for the second. It is trying to go and chase the second one down, but Gunner, on the other hand, is going to go off of that area. Now with the 5v4 coming into pursuit for Team Portal Esports, they are going to have to be in a dire situation where the paint shells will be completely clearing out certain areas. Now, Rexy, clean understanding of where the players are placed in, and look at this quick push coming in from Storax in the wrong timing over there. He should have waited a little bit longer, but Blackhawk is on the other side of the map shutting things down, and Wimp is going to be closing out the match point for Team Samurai Esports.
Match point for me, Samurai Esports, and like I said, that it's gonna be a fight for the overtime, or it's gonna be an easy win for Samurai Esports, as they did have the guns to work around with. But the last round, every single one has the money to buy themselves some nice guns as well. So this is the fair gameplay that's gonna happen. So this is what will set their foot on. So either they will go on an overtime, or whether Samurai Esports will just wrap it up over here.
Well, we don't necessarily know what's going to be happening anytime soon, but still, we have a long way to go for players of Samurai Esports, and Storax trying to secure this round. Somehow, Samurai Esports looking like a completely different team, while Storax has the opportunities. Harsh is not only going to be able to get the first, but he's going to get the second as well. Now in a 1v3, the spike is planted as well, and there's nothing that they can possibly do. The positioning given away as well, and well, that's going to be the first map coming to a close for Samurai Esports.
First map indeed going on to the table of Samurai Esports. With the map advantage already on map of Ascent, we will be hopping in to the next map very soon, as we will be hoping that somehow Portal Esports gets an advantage in the second map and try to take it to the third map as well.
Wow, that's some impressive stuff coming in.